Welcome to the Great Girlfriends podcast, where we discuss life, love, laughter, and everything in between. Happy Women's History Month, Great Girlfriends. Ooh, ooh, ooh. So many amazing things are happening in our community. I don't even know where to start. Start with that big screen. Listen, if you're not a part of our Facebook group, I'm going to tell you to jump right over. First things first, before you even get into this episode, go to facebook.com/groups/the Great Girlfriends. Join our community. We are having all the conversations, all the connections, so much support, so much anchoring happening there. And it makes me really, really happy to see so many women thriving and coming together in the name of sisterhood and community and friendship. That's what this is all about. So I want to see you in that community. And when you do jump in, make sure you say, I heard about it on the podcast, because I want to know who the listeners are. And I'd love to know what you're gaining from the podcast and what you'd like to see in future episodes as we are rolling out new content for 2021. There's also been special announcements about a contest where you, as a female entrepreneur, could possibly win $100,000. Yes, yes, yes. Now, I don't know if y'all been on this pitch and grant train that's been happening, but there's so many opportunities out there for you to really, really support your business, support your dreams, your visions, all through grant funding. And I'm seeing them all over the place. And I'm seeing so many of my great girlfriends receive grants. And we've been so blessed to partner with Essence and Pine Sol to share this opportunity, the same opportunity that we shared last year, sharing it again this year. $100,000 giveaway. And so if you jump in our Facebook group, all the details are there. You can learn more about it and you can enter your business to win that $100,000. On top of that, if you're a person who loves more intimate community, right? So our Facebook group has 21,000 women. Maybe that's too many women for you. Maybe you like a more intimate space where women are connected on a more one-on-one basis, where you can see people by name, come to monthly events, put your visions, your plans out there, set goals, and have the support that you need to make those moves that you want to make in 2021. Then I'm inviting you to our private community, which is called The Bond. It is a private growth circle. Now listen, it's not for everyone. I understand. Not everyone wants that one-on-one connection and accountability. But then there's some of us who really, really need that, because we are moving the mountains that have been holding us back and have allowed us to sit stagnant or have excuses for why we can't succeed at certain things. So I'm inviting you to join The Bond, which is a private growth circle for women who want more intimate connection. I'm in there every day. I'm connecting with women every day. I'm mentoring, I'm advising, I'm supporting, I'm laughing. I'm getting the accountability I need. We're all growing together. So many of our community members made some major traction last year as a result of being aligned with women who are thinking, moving, and feeling the same way that they are. There is no reason why you can't win at all that you desire to win at, but you will need support. And that's what having a strong community is all about. So if that's you, I want to see you inside the community. You're going to go to bit.ly/the bond circle. That's bit.ly/the bond circle. Jump in. Don't think twice. Don't say, wait a minute, can I make this happen? How can I make this happen? Say, I'm going to make this happen. Jump right in. Get acquainted. I'll see you inside. We have events coming up every month. We have about 4 events a month, and it gives us a chance to learn each other more intimately and just connect and have fun and feel connected along our journey. So get in there. The Bond. bit.ly/the bond circle. Next, all you listeners from around the world, 100 countries, actually over 100 countries now, 178 U.S. markets, okay? Over 21,000 listeners every single month. We want your reviews. I want your reviews. If you like, love, enjoy, want to share this show with another woman who should be a part of this community, I need your iTunes review. We have been in the business of podcasting for about 6 years now, and the show has done so well. We've gained so much traction. We've been in the top 100 in the iTunes self-help and business categories a number of times. You know, there's just been so much opportunity and so much content that's been poured out on this podcast. Having said that, we need your reviews. Go to iTunes, select our podcast, scroll to the bottom. It says write a review. That's your spot. You're going to not just give us 5 stars, but also say what you really, really like and take away from this podcast. It's not just for me. It means the world to another great girlfriend who may want to listen and is on the fence about it. Just share your favorite episode number, or share something you took away, or share why you love this show, or share why you would want someone else to listen. And I love one of my favorite reviews that we hear so often with this show is that this feels like, you know, a living room. It feels like great girlfriends in your head. And that's the goal. The goal when we created this show was that women would feel like you have the sisterhood that you've always longed for right here on this platform. And that you would feel like you could, yeah, that's right, do all of that while you're listening to the podcast. So having said that, I'm asking you to please go and leave your very important iTunes review. It helps another great girlfriend locate the show and helps her to get vested in the community. Hope you're ready for this week's show because I'm being joined by Collette V. Smith, who is the New York Jets' first female coach and the NFL's first African-American female coach in history. She's also the founder of her organization, Believe in You, and an incredible woman whose story of resilience, power, strength, and just joy will really, really, really inspire you. So enjoy part 1 and part 2 of my conversation with Collette. And please do share with a friend.
I can't tell you how excited I am. Like, I don't know if you know. I'm like fangirling. It's real.
Well, I'm digging your page. So I peeped your page a while back. And I was like, first I just saw it. And I was like, wait, the great girlfriends. And then as a black woman, I'm like, girlfriends mean girlfriends, you know?
Yeah.
So then I was like, are they white folks or are they like, you know? And then I was like, wait, I like them. So then I had to follow y'all. And then every so often when something comes on my page, because I'm not on Instagram often enough. But when I'm on it sometimes, I see it and I'm like, oh, okay.
I love it. I have been following you for a long time. Actually, it was probably around 2017 because I saw you speak at Prudential. And you came
Moby?
In.
Was that
Moby?
Moby?
With Moby.
Yeah.
You came in and I had my head down, but I heard your voice. I was like, who is this with raspy voice? And then I looked up, I'm like, this woman is so beautiful and petite. What do you mean she's in football? You gotta be kidding me. And when you told your story, Collette, I had tears. I was like slow clapping and thanking God and doing all the extra stuff because we all know what it takes to be a woman, hands down. First of all, just to be a woman who does a regular, let me just say, like what's considered a traditional normal job, right? So we know all the ins and outs of that. But then to next level it and just go into the NFL and be like, yes, I'm here and I'm about to be a coach.
I was like, what's up? Big old... I was like, what's up, y'all? Y'all ready to play?
I love it.
Let me wipe my screen. I feel like my screen is fuzzy.
Yeah, your screen is a little, it's a little, okay, there it goes.
Look,
it's good.
I must have had some hair grease on there, you know. You know how black girls do.
So, Collette, oh my God. So there's so many questions. I know where I want to start, but I'm just want to, first of all, thank you because when my team was like, who do we want to talk to? I'm like, we got to talk to game changers. And literally your face was like, ding, 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 Collette Smith. And I'm like, she's the ultimate game changer because when I say you literally came into a sport and introduced another facet of the sport, like you really brought something new to the table. I love that you said in a quote, you said if there's, like, let me get it because I love this. You, at the bottom, you said, where society says we shouldn't be, so now I must.
That's right.
And then I start thinking of Kamala saying, I might be the first, but I won't be the last. And I thought about you.
That's my
breaking
new thing.
ground.
So Kamala Harris is my new hero. She's actually been my hero for a while. I was rooting for her for president. Because
Yeah.
I think she is presidential material.
Yes.
And I knew that before. She will have her time. We're going to make sure of that.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
when she said the first, but not the last, I literally was in tears. I was in tears.
Yeah.
And I mean, and you know what? When she said that, my dad called me and he said, "Did you just hear her?" I said, "Yeah, I did." And then we hung up the phone.
Because that was it.
Enough
That was
said.
like a nod. Yeah.
Enough said. Yeah, enough said.
What does it mean to be the first, Collette?
It means that God is looking out for me to look after others. That's what that means. Yeah. He has definitely chosen me to be his servant, right? I'm his servant. But then he adorned me with, I'm his warrior. So I'm his servant warrior. Right? So I am here for God and God first. But he knows I'm a fight. He knows I'm a fight. And I'm a fight like John Lewis. I'm a fight the good fight. Yeah. If you want to fight, you better bring a mouthpiece, and a helmet.
I so love that. So I want to go back in time with you. I want to start this sentence and then you finish it for me. You ready for that?
I'm ready.
There once was a girl named Collette.
Who grew up in Queens and kicked ass.
Who went on to go to Tuskegee and HBCU, coming out of Queens to go all the way to Alabama? What?
Yeah. Well, listen, my mama and them are from Alabama, Louisiana, and Mississippi. So as a child growing up in Queens, New York, my older brother and I were always so angry that we had to get in my dad's green station wagon and drive to Alabama, to Mobile, Alabama. And they'd have us in a harness and shit, like we'd be in a harness strapped in. And my brother and I, I'm sorry, my brother and I would be like this in the car with the harness on. I would be like, "Is it too tight?" And he would be like, "Yeah, a little bit." And we'd be in the back seat tied up, And we were always so mad about having to go down south and leave our friends, from school for summer break. But all of that, being around like black folk, like country black folk, countrified, it was a good balance for me, being a straight up New Yorker and then also getting that Southern hospitality side. So I was the kid that was with my teachers. Yes, ma'am. No, sir. I was that kid. And people would laugh at me, and I didn't care. I didn't care. I was like, y'all need to learn some respect, too. But
wow. Right. I love that. But something about the South drew you in, because Tuskegee, to go down for, and I know I'm an HBCU girl, a Dillard University class of 2000. So I love the HBCU culture, and I know what it's like to be. But I'm also a Southern girl, so part of that.
Where are you from?
I want to make sure. I'm from Memphis.
Okay, nice.
I'm originally from Memphis. Yeah. Nice. But I was living in New York for 19 years. So that's where I came across your story and saw you in multiple speaking engagements, etc. So that's cool. I want to know about Tuskegee. I want to know how you leaped into Tuskegee. I want to know how football even got into your soul.
Tuskegee was a big deal for me. Now, I was supposed to go to Cornell University. I wanted to be a doctor of veterinary medicine. So my entire life was dedicated to animals. I'm always one to, I guess, help the voiceless, be here for the voiceless. And my parents had gotten us our first dog that we had to beg for. And it was an old dog. Its name was Fufu, old black poodle. And he used to always shake. Something was wrong with him. And I wanted to help him. And I wanted to figure out what was wrong with him. How can we fix him? And we used to bring him to the doctor, and the doctors couldn't fix him. And I said, I'm going to be a doctor of veterinary medicine and save somebody else's dog because mine wasn't saved. So my dad would bring me home books every week on dogs. I knew all about hamsters, gerbils, cats, dogs, horses. And I wanted to be a veterinarian. So my first choice actually was not Tuskegee. It was Cornell University.
Okay.
And my family down south were like, please come to Tuskegee. They have a great veterinarian program, and it's an all-Black university. And then you'll be closer to us. You can see us more often. So I ended up going there. My family talked me into it. And I got to tell you, I was really naive because going there, I thought I was going to be the smartest Black kid there. Quite honestly, I'm just keeping it 100%.
Yeah.
Where I grew up, the kids in my neighborhood were playing handball, doing drugs, hanging out in the street. Yeah. I was the bookworm, but I still hung out, but I was the bookworm. So I just figured, when I go there, I'm going to kill it. Right. And when I got there, I saw all these people that were like, smart. And I was so, proud. I was prouder, should I say, prouder to be Black. And so that really just shaped a Black power mentality for me. It just sincerely did. Yeah.
The HBCU will do that.
Oh, man.
It brings out something in your veins. You're like, oh.
Yeah. It was beautiful. It was a beautiful experience. I mean, everything about it was beautiful. Anything that I had gone through in New York or even Alabama at my grandparents' area and their neighborhood, I didn't have that issue at a Black college. It was just all love. It was just sincerely all love. Teachers cared about you, your professors, your counselors, your study guide groups. I mean, it was just
everybody's rooting for you. Like
everybody's rooting for you. Yeah.
Right. Everybody rooting for this. We all team? What? Like this is
right. One team. How about that?
It is needed before you hit that real world where everybody's not rooting for you.
Right. Yeah. And that real world comes quick.
It comes so quick. So, okay, I know you watched football with your dad. When did it get in your veins? When did it start to become a thing where you were like, me too, I'm a part of this?
I never felt like, it was always in my veins. Okay. I never felt it wasn't until my older brother, who he and I are 11 months apart, when he went to try out for a football team, a community team.
Yeah.
So he went to play on a team. And I said, I want to play on this team too. And my dad was like, they don't let girls play. Mm-hmm. That's when I was pissed. Mm-hmm. And I didn't believe my father. And I was like, well, let me go for the ride. And I went for the ride. I had other
You said, just let me in the car. When they see me, they gonna let me. Just let me go.
Right. And pretty much that's kind of what happened. So as my dad was signing my brother up to play for the Long Island Tomahawks, I went on a line where the boys were my height. Mm-hmm. So I just figured, okay, these guys look to be my height. I'll get on this line. I was going to get on the line to sign up. Yeah. And my father saw me on the line and he pulled me off the line. And I had to be I was a cheerleader. I was the worst damn cheerleader anybody ever had. Because I didn't want to cheer.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. So that first no was the fuel in the tank. That was like
Yeah. So you know what? That was one of the things. And also, I think I might have been about 10, 11 years old at that time. But then it kind of started happening when my mom went back to work. Mm-hmm. And my brother and I were teenagers. And my dad would tell me that I had to cook, Mm-hmm. And I was the one with straight A's. I was the one that came home on time. I was a good kid. Yeah. And my brother was a complete F up. Completely. And I was like, wait, why do I have to cook? Why do I have to cook? Now, I enjoy cooking, but I don't enjoy it when you tell me I have to because I'm a girl.
That's right.
And I knew something was wrong then. So I was always, I don't want to say a rebel because it's not being a rebel. It's just, it's not right.
Right.
So my thing was, are we going to take turns? My brother and I. And he was like, no, girls cook. And I'm like, girls don't have to cook.
No.
And so I was kind of just always on a different mindset. For me, it was, I didn't base anything on gender. I didn't base anything on color. If I liked it, I want to do it. If I want to do it, I'm going to do it. And that was it.
That's so good. That's so good because to even be able to play as a female football player, and I know there had to be some resistance from people saying, what are females doing playing football? Why are you even trying to go for this, Collette?
Yeah,
After
everybody.
Tuskegee, what in your mind said, I want to go, I'm going to continue? Because I hear that you never took that no for an answer. You held that, you
Yeah.
said, watch this. And,
Yeah.
and you
Yeah. Well,
loved
you
it.
know what? So I'll say, I never got to play. So the organization would not let me play.
What?
So I wasn't allowed to play as a kid.
Yeah.
No. So
But
I
no,
didn't
as
start
a woman, though.
as a woman. Oh
Yes.
yeah. Because now
Yeah.
I have my own mortgage. I'm playing. Who's stopping me now?
And for those of you that are watching, I want to acknowledge she's a fully grown woman at 42 to decide to play. You know, I'm 42 now, and I don't feel my body is the body to go. Like, I'm like, I can think of 10 other things that I won't do before I go dare try out and play football. But you at 42 decide that you want to go into the sport and be a player.
Absolutely. Yeah.
There's a knowing there.
There's, you know what, I couldn't believe it. So it was almost like being a little kid wanting to play dodgeball, kickball, tennis, and being denied for whatever the reasons are, and you not having the opportunity to play. Now, mind you, I did play in the streets with the kids.
Yeah.
No one's going to tell me I can't play with that because I just beat you up, and that'll be a wrap, right?
Yeah.
But so I left it alone when I got older. Went away to college. I started working in corporate America, doing marketing. I worked for Swatch Watch. I did the Olympics for them in 1996. And then I moved into real estate, and I was working high-end real estate. And the market crashed, and I was sitting on my couch. I literally was smoking a Newport. I was drinking a 40 ounce. It was a Colt 45. Not playing.
Oh my God.
I was sitting in my living room with my laptop, looking at potential clients and buyers and things. And I happened to come across, by coincidence, or should I say from God, women's pro football team tryouts. I looked at myself like, that's got to be wrong, And I looked at my beer like, did I drink too much? Like, am I drunk? And so they said it was last team tryouts that Saturday. And it was a Tuesday. It was either a Tuesday or a Wednesday. And I finished my cigarette. I finished my beer because you can't waste it, I finished my beer and my cigarette, and then I started working out. And
oh my gosh.
So when I went to tryouts, I knew I wasn't going to make the team, but I owed it to myself to see women playing professional full tackle football.
Right.
So that's why I went. But because I just had to see it. And I said, I'm going to try it out. Because if I don't go and try out, I'm going to regret it when I'm 43, 44, 45 and on. So I said, let me just go.
Be another cigarette and another Colt 45 later. You'll be...
I didn't touch 1 cent.
Yeah. Oh
that
my
was
God.
a wrap. That
Wow.
was a wrap. And I went there, and when I drove up to the football field, and I saw 45 to 50 women playing football in full equipment, not this lingerie crap where women are being sexually objectified, but real football.
Wow.
I was like, oh, wait a minute. Did you think you were not going to try out for this team or make the team? Something clicked, and I said, I'm making this team. I'm making the team. So I didn't know who I was, man. I was like, why did I never let this fire engine come out of me before?
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. That is so beautiful because you got to fully experience all that you knew was on the inside of you. Yeah. Like it was just there waiting the whole time, just waiting to just be released. And that was the experience. I think that is so validating.
Yeah. I was wearing a superhero cape after that. Like I literally, a cape came over me, and everything, when I tell you my whole life changed where nothing was going to stop me. Nothing can stop me. I'm all the way up.
Yeah.
I'm all the way up. Like, it was just like, let's go. And that was the way my mind thought. And I also, and then I was angry because I said, all these little girls that might want to play football don't believe they can. I'm going to tell them they can. So I started visiting schools when I was a player. So, yeah.
I love that. What was your dad saying?
My dad said I was crazy. He was like, are you kidding me? And he was like, but you're old now. And I was like, I don't feel old.
You know what? Because Collette, it's football for you, but for someone else, it might be starting a business. For another person, it might be pioneering another industry, and they're saying, I'm too old. My body doesn't do this, or I can't. All those things, they surface up. But like you said, there's that fire that's in there, and it was just waiting on the right opportunity. And
mind over matter.
Nothing but God to line that up for you and
He lined it
you.
Up.
And
he lined it up.
Oh my gosh. And everything that you had practiced in your mind and everything you had practiced on the street prepared you to be able to show up when it was time to actually play.
Absolutely. God did
that.
God did. And do you remember back in the day when Oprah Winfrey was on television 5 days a week?
Yes. I would run home from school. I was like, I have to see this.
Right. So there was always some random white chick on there.
Yeah.
That was, helping kids with cancer or rescuing animals or whatever. And I'd always be crying with tears of joy. And I'm like, oh, I wish I could help other people, but I'm nobody. That's what I used to say. I'm nobody.
Mm-hmm.
And I would get on my knees and pray. I would pray right here on my floor. And I would say, God, please make me important one day. Give me a platform so I can help other people. And I prayed that prayer 5 days a week. And then he gave me football. And he had me help myself.
Wow.
And then once I help myself, I can help other people.
To help other people.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Okay. So Collette, the Jets, seriously, the NFL.
Yeah.
What woman, what black woman does that? Like, I know there was a lot of things that lined you up for that opportunity. But even still, the locker room is different. The conversations are different. The objections, all of the stuff.
Nothing was different.
Nothing was different?
Nothing. Well, you know what? There was one thing that was different.
Okay.
I believe the women play harder.
Wow.
Women's pro football play harder. So I actually was a little disappointed when I got there because I just figured my mind is going to be blown. And I was like, this is what they're doing. I was like, are you kidding me? Really?
Wow.
So I was kind of surprised. Yeah, it was not what I expected it to be. And then these men are getting paid millions of dollars, and on the bottom end, these men are getting paid on the low end, like $750,000 to start. If they're not a Gamal or a Demario Davis or Peyton Manning or, so those guys got paid a lot more money, but I expected more. I really expected more. I wasn't scared. I was excited, but that job wasn't for me. I didn't search for that job. Like, I wasn't looking to have a job in the NFL. Mm-hmm. At that time, I had retired from playing pro football at 45 years old. Wow. And I started coaching my women's team. And then I was also doing their marketing, their PR, their events and promotions. Mm-hmm. And so I started promoting my women's team. And I grew up a Jets fan. So it's crazy that I coached for my favorite team in the whole world. So I just started making calls to the Jets, literally. And if they didn't answer the phone, I'd call back. I'm like, they're going to get sick and tired of me calling. Or they're gonna either answer the phone. Yeah. One way, I'm talking to somebody. So I kept calling and calling. And then one day somebody called me and I happened to have an attitude. I had an attitude this day when this guy called me. I didn't know who it was. And I figured it was going to be one of these other men that call me from social media to ask me about football. Do you guys really use a football? Do you really play on a field? I mean, I would get questions from men contacting me about my women's pro team. So I was thinking, here we go again. And I was like, yeah, what is it? Yeah. And then the guy said his name and who he was with the Jets. He was the vice president of operations for the Jets, the New York Jets. And I was like, I said, oh, I'm sorry. Hi, how are you? I changed up my whole attitude.
Quick, like, whoa, okay.
like this. And we just started talking shop. And he said, every time I hear you speak, he goes, even this phone call right now, he goes, I can feel your passion through the phone. And he said, I really want to help your women's team. And I said, well, how are you going to do that? Because I can give you a list.
You like, come on, if you're going to do it, here's my
I give you a list right now.
Yeah.
So one of the things he said was he would give me on-field access to Jets practices or a practice. And I was thinking, I don't care about coming to a Jets practice. Like, I don't have time for that crap. Is what I was thinking. And then I thought about it. I said, no, you know what? Let me use that opportunity to learn from NFL coaches to be a better coach for my women.
Yes.
And so I went there under that pretense for me. And it turned out I got a job.
Amazing.
Great girlfriends, did you enjoy this week's episode of the podcast? If so, would you please give us your amazing review on iTunes? Every single review helps another great girlfriend get plugged into the podcast, into the community. Speaking of community, make sure you join our Facebook group, The Great Girlfriends. You follow us on Instagram at The Great Girlfriends and on Twitter at @the_great_GFS. Last but not least, we'd like to thank my amazing husband, Kwaku, Sam and Dilly, and all of you for being a part of the global community that makes us so strong. Please remember to share with your friends. Keep listening and keep being a great girlfriend. I'm Sybil Amuti, and I'm out.